So I want to start by telling you some things about myself. So I am someone who always wanted to help. And I've always been pretty good at that. I just want everyone to heal. I just want everyone to know that they're loved. Does that sound like you? When I'm saying that, are you saying me too? Me too. Yeah, because these are very common traits of empaths. I've also often been told that I am too sensitive. Many times told I am too sensitive. I was an easy target for being bullied as a child. I often felt like I didn't fit in, like I didn't belong. I always kind of had the sense that there was something special about me, that there's some way that I can help. And yet, at the same time, I was told so often that there was something wrong with me. And after a while, I started to believe that. Does that resonate with you? Can you relate to that? Common traits of empaths. So, the good news, we're going to celebrate because there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You are highly sensitive. You are not too sensitive. Okay? You may be different than most of the people that you know in this world, but that is not a bad thing. And we need you here on this earth at this time living your full potential, and that's why I am passionate about talking to people, about embracing being who they are, and learning to manage the energy at the same time. So I got my bachelor's degree in psychology, and when I was going for my master's degree in social work back in the day, we went to buy our books, and before I bought my books for my very first class in social work, the first book I bought was called The Skills of Helping People. And I remember going, there's a book like that can teach you that, because, you know, back in the day, over 20 years ago, we didn't have the internet. You couldn't just Google, how do I help people? And so to have a book, oh my God, I can become skilled in this. This is amazing. I was very excited about it. And at the same time, I was going to the New Age section of the bookstore, and I was reading all the holistic books. And so, you know, Bernie Siegel, Love, Medicine, and Miracles. And I even got the Louise Hay book back then, which was You Can Heal Your Life, which is now I have the new version on my bookshelf, because the old version fell apart after so many years. So I've always been excited about this stuff, and I meditated on and off. And I went ahead and did my thing, and I was a medical social worker and at times a clinical social worker doing psychotherapy for over 20 years. And then, oh, I forgot to tell you slides. Can we go up a couple of slides? I'm changing them up here. I need to tell those people in the booth to do the slides. Sorry. So, can we go to slide 1, 2, and maybe 3, if we have slides tonight? We do? There we go. Go ahead. That's a celebration. Okay. And let's stay on this slide, please. Thank you. Okay. So, about 7 years ago, a little over 7 years ago, Pluto passed my ascendant. Those of you who know astrology are going, oh my God, I feel for you. 7 years ago, I didn't know what that sentence meant. I said, what's Pluto? What's an ascendant? I don't know. So I'm still not an astrologer, but I can tell you that Pluto passes the ascendant not in every lifetime. It's something that happens every once in a while. So, but it happened in my lifetime 7 years ago. Pluto is the planet that destroys, that knocks things down, that causes death, so that you can have rebirth. Well, I was in the death part 7 years ago, where every area of my life was affected. So, health, relationships, you name it. Mom got sick, mom passed. Very, very rough time. Got me to say, you know, all that stuff I've been reading for over 20 years, I think it's time for me to go and learn more about this stuff. And so, of course, it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me to go through all this destruction and change, as rough as it was, because it got me to actually take energy healing classes and to see the power of it and to see that, wow, this can heal emotionally. Wow, this can feel physically. Even though psychotherapy can do that, wow, when you could reach in and grab somebody's energy and help them to release it, it is powerful. And so I said, I got to do this stuff. So I quit my job and I started doing my own practice, which I have in Cary, where I use the energy work, Reiki, archangelic light, and I integrate it with my social work stuff, with the emotional work and the psychological work. And when you do energy healing, or when you meditate a lot, you become even more intuitive. And so I incorporate the intuitive messages. And this is what I get to do all day. So I do these sessions, sometimes with energetic cord cutting, sometimes with past life regression. We integrate them all together, life coaching, spiritual coaching. And as you heard, I teach as well. Teach chakra dance, meditative movement, Reiki, archangelic light, all that good stuff. And so I get to do this stuff now.